Huh. All right. Huh. Huh. Okay. So yeah, today's gonna be a digital league game. Just waiting on one more person to join, and then yeah. Just waiting on one person. All right. So, how do I put it? Okay. So this game today, this game is going to be a digital league game. It's a live game with no timer, which is why we have the asynchronous icon here. We're using the Exiles and Partisans deck. It's ad set, as per usual. We're playing with Hirelings and Landmarks today on the winter map. This is the first time I've actually streamed a digital league game, so I'm honestly a little excited to see how it goes. But yeah. We're still waiting on the last person, and if they don't show, we might need to fill. Ah. Huh. I wonder where the last guy is. Taking a minute. I really hope we don't have to wait to fill. One second. I'm sorry. It's just taking a moment. We need to make sure we actually have everyone here. Yeah, alright. We're gonna have to find someone to fill. That's unfortunate. I'm terribly sorry for the delay. This is just gonna happen, unfortunately, sometimes. Alright. Gonna take a quick look at some stuff while I wait for the replacement. Dang, I need to play more. Ugh. Been a hot minute since I've actually played a digital league game. I think I have one win this season so far with Badgers, and then I lost one as as Adventurer lost pretty badly, had some really bad Ruin RNG, but that's just how it is sometimes. Dun, dun, dun. Right. Well, you know what? Just so we're not like waiting for a replacement, I'm going to just do a quick challenge. May as well, right? Not a rough start. So yeah, if anyone's just in right now, we switched to a challenge for the time being while we're waiting for a replacement. Oh, are they here? Nope, not yet. Oh, rough, dude. Man, okay, this challenge is going to be a little annoying with Woodland Alliance, but I think I can get this done. Might just have to commit to markets earlier. Oh, these are rough cards. Dude, why are they getting the T? That'll make sense. Yeah. Yep, so right now we're just... Yeah, no, again, I'm really sorry. I didn't realize our fourth would be gone at the moment, so just doing a challenge to pass the time, make sure that it's not a completely dead stream. Deal with that. Let's get more cards. Finally, bird cart, or not bird cards, rabbit carts. I can finally use these. And cats are crafting like crazy. I am actually shocked that they got away with this. Gotta keep these cats under control. I have to. I gotta pick up my scoring pace. Oh my goodness, crafting central today. Oh dear, this is a rough position to be in. Very good. I assume this one's a bomb. Nope. Okay, that's fine then. Dude. That's fine enough. Right, how are we looking for the game now? Rough. Still not yet. And there goes the sword. Man, I'm not getting any craftables. I got one boot and that was it. Hmm. Distortion. Oh, that's nasty. Good to note, though. That revolt makes sense. Yeah, they have a rabbit base up already, so... I have to know if it's a bomb. If it's not, then I'm fine with this. Okay, it was. Good Reddits. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'll bank her next turn and then I'll have everything. Oh wait, actually no, I made a small mistake there. Oh well, too late. Da-da. Da-da. Oh, it was a raid. Huh, yeah. That's good to know. Oh my goodness. The AI's on a complete guessing spree. That's coins. Dude. No good craftables for yours truly. Cats are basically out of this though. That's scary. Let's keep it safe. accept this. It's just outrage. I'm only losing the rabbit, and besides, I'm not going to sway this turn anyhow. It's going all to the banker. Oh, now we brigadier our way through this. A chance. Oh yeah, no, I messed up here. Dang, I'm not making good plays right now. Nah, there we go. Alright, yeah, I went next turn. There we go. That'll be a challenge done. All that while waiting for a, Oh, jeez, we still have not found a fourth. Dang. Rough night tonight. Figured Friday night would be a great night for a game. There you go. Challenge complete. Do another one while we're at it. Not ideal, huh? Dang. Oh dear. How much are they selling the cards for? I'm sorry to people who are tuning in and wanted a live root game. It's just actually I'm gonna edit that while I'm doing this. There we go. Alright, can't buy a card, don't want riverboats. Let's get the gardens down. Oh, I hate how the otters play for dividends. I want to get cards. Are they gonna... Oh my god. Oh, the AI is something else in this game sometimes. What are they doing? But like walking back and forth, I guess. Oh shoot, we might be getting a replacement soon. Sweet. Once we actually got confirmation on that, I'll switch the topic over and we'll actually play a live game. Waiting for this all day. Okay, not all day, but you get what I mean. No, I can't do that. Actually, what do they have in their hand? Yeah, sure, why not? More cards to sword front. And I'm in no rush to keep my warriors anyhow. Sword, bag. Got it. Nah, not yet. We'll unscore that. See if I can flip it to Fox. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we got a couple minutes before the game actually starts. So yeah. Oh my goodness, bird crafting went crazy today. At least they can't take the anvil from me. That'll be something. Put down one. Do they have enough for dividends? I don't understand these plays from the AI sometimes. Oh, they got tea. Oh, I want that. Alright, got the anvil. Alright, it's about time I start getting acolytes. That's not good. How, you roll double zeros? Nah. Oh well, that's 2 gardens, that's sad. Well, I mean, we still have a decent... Oh, that's not what I wanted to lose. That's bad. Alright. Okay, this is becoming an issue. I gotta start competing for rule. But I can't really do this because birds are birds, and they've got 8 warriors. I gotta break one of those. I gotta break 2 of those roofs. Dang, I actually might lose this. I need to be playing more aggressively. Not something you really want to do with lizards, so that's not why I'm really doing it. And I keep forgetting dominant swapping isn't a thing I can do in challenges. They just don't show up. Alright, it's an outcast. I'm not outcast, it's some of these guys. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. Yeah, I might just lose to birds. Can't really turmoil them. Cats aren't doing anything. Otters are useless. Well, my outcast is completely ruined. Oh my goodness, rabbits. Yeah, sometimes you just don't get games that work out. I mean, you should see me trying the clockwork challenges. Those are a nightmare. Where's your fox battle going? Probably on the mine. That doesn't matter. They win this turn anyhow. Dang, I gotta play more aggressive. Oh, they turmoiled. Alright. And they're charismatic now. That's not good. They score dividends, and they do nothing. Oh, I hate otters. Alright. There's no way, right? It'd be really funny if I did this. Can we get another 0-1? Nah. Can't have them all, unfortunately. Such is life. Is there another fox thing I can do this on? Actually, wait a sec. This would be really funny. Let's do this. Dude, no! That's actual pain right there. Oh, is the game starting? Yep, alright. We're switching to a live game after, or actually not after this, we're doing this now. Finally, that's what I've been wanting to do. Alright, let's change the description. Alright, finally. Root Digital League game. Been waiting to do this. So, yeah. Like the rules said, I said earlier, so we got 3 hirelings, we got 2 landmarks, we're on the winter map, we're doing ad set, so advanced setup, and we're drafting our factions. I will be second to pick. Oh no, please tell me. Okay, they are online, good. All right. Okay, where do I want to put the black market? So legendary forge is rabbit, so it's gonna be boots of coins. I'm thinking a nice corner clearing. Or no, let's go this one. Edge clearing right there. Black market. All right. The building's up. Now it's hirelings. So we've got lizard envoys demoted, and we have street band, which is the demoted version of this hireling, and we have spring uprising. This is our promoted hireling for this game. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. They start off with Eerie. Pretty standard setup. Charismatic. God of War. Usual stuff. Let's see. What is my hand looking like? Oh, not this again. I hate doing this draft. Okay. Let's see here. Craftable items, non-existent. What do I want to do this time? I don't have a blue hand either. This is misery. Corvid is going to be a nightmare if rats get around. Scoundrel will literally kill me if I'm not careful. This is not a nice draft. So if I Scoundrel, that means rats can go first and they can start getting ruins. I'm not sure about this one. This is a tough draft. I think I'm gonna go Keepers. Okay, I'm taking control of the black market immediately. Alright, let's... Okay, yeah, I figured hundreds is coming next, so... Where are they starting? That's going to determine how I can actually play this game. And if anyone needs like a quick rundown on the factions, just to get an idea as to how they function, I don't know if anyone here is like new to Root or anything like that. But yeah, I can give a quick rundown on each faction if necessary. But it's looking to be a pretty aggressive game, all things considered. Scoundrel is the last pick, so we're not getting crows this game. That's honestly kind of nice for me, because I hate plots. So the major risk to playing Keepers in this specific matchup is that I have to deal with a lot of militaristic pressure. I cannot allow myself to get too far ahead, otherwise people will come to rush and prioritize me and put me in dog jail. So for dog jail is a term coined by Nebuchadnezzar, mostly as a joke, but then it got kind of forced because of how effective it is as Badger counterplay. So the idea behind dog jail... Oh, 1 second. Need recruits, so... Alright. Oh, it's my turn. Okay. So the idea behind dog jail is that Keepers are able to massively recruit, like they have some of the best recruiting in the game, if, and only if, they can actually, like... Let's see. Oh, that's a little rough, but I think I can score this. So the way Keepers score is based on just getting their relics and stuff, and eventually they have to move across the map, and in doing so they leave themselves vulnerable if they aren't able to encamp. If they cannot encamp and summon more warriors, they will be effectively locked, and they have to reset themselves by killing all their warriors to then pick a clearing on the map to start at. It's very ineffective and inefficient to do this, but it's the only way to get out of dog jail, because you aren't able to build and you aren't able to recruit. So you can never let yourself, as a Badger player, fall into that position. You got to be playing around it constantly, and in this game in particular, if the Vagabond decides that they don't want me to actively, like, traverse the map, they can just scorch a clearing, and I'm forced to go into choke points. There's not really much I can do about that, aside from just respectfully keeping my distance from the Vagabond. And ideally, since rats are in the game, they're going to be able to deny the Vagabond as many items as they can. So I kind of want to allow this this tug of war between the two factions to go on, while I'm sitting here and slowly scrounging up my points. Alright, Vagabond's going first. You know, usual exploring stuff. They get the sword at the start, so they're not defenseless anymore. That could be very good or very bad for us, depending on how this Vagabond decides to play. Considering it's Scoundrel, you can expect a couple things. Right. You know what? They're retreating. Makes sense. They don't want to be exposed to the rats or the birds. Makes complete sense. Rats have the opportunity to get a very good early lead with their points, but they need to be careful depending on what mood they choose. There's a couple ways that the Vagabond, or not the Vagabond, the Lord of the Hundreds can go about this. Rowdy is a pretty common start because it allows them to make up for the frankly terrible card draw that this faction has. Other openers you'll see every now and then. You'll see Jubilant if the rat player is feeling lucky, and they can roll enough raids and protect a few of them to get multiple ruin items per turn. It is not my job to deny that. It is up to the birds to do that. Additionally, another lead that I've been experimenting with that I don't see too much is, depending on what the pressure is like on the board, you can potentially start Grandiose and get a second stronghold up immediately to boost your warrior count. It's not something you should really do frequently, but it's an option if people aren't expecting it, and you can afford to play defensively during your first turn to build up the warrior count. As for Eerie, God of War is just kind of the way to play Eerie. There's a bunch of different ways to approach the faction. There's no real wrong answer, but God of War is the most consistent. If you know what you're doing with birds, you are not going to turmoil ever with this strategy. But if you put a lot of bird cards in your decree, there's you run a pretty big risk. Alright, this makes sense. They're gonna get their one item. Now it's my turn. We double in camp always. There's no reason not to. Okay. We're going to... I gotta play these cards. I need to get my recruiting going ASAP. Saving this card. I want to craft this, but I need my my actions, so I can't afford to do so. So, in order to maintain my retinue, I'm going to send some keepers down into this clearing to claim the relic, to claim the space for the relic. Another option I could take, I'm going to undo this action, and I'm instead going to send 2 warriors up here. And I'm going to delve in this... actually, no. I'm going to delve in this clearing and collect this. Not ideal. That's not great. Well, I lost that. Well, I've got a couple options here. The Vagabond can't really pressure me that well. Rats can afford to, and I think I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to immediately claim this. It's a little unfortunate, but I think in the end this is worth it because I'd rather not let anyone get an early burst of points, and securing a relic like this means in the future I don't have to worry about valuable relics being taken away. I'm going to move and recover, and I kind of have to just accept this, so I'm going to do this to get my card draw going. Not ideal, not really ideal at all here, but we don't really have much room to argue. I can always use the black market to patch up my terrible hands, though. If there's cards I don't like here. Oh, one moment. There's a bot in the chat. I gotta just ban them real quick. There we go. Gone. All right. Everyone's communicating in the Discord chat for strategization and table talk. So at the moment, currently, let's see. The Vagabond and the Rats are coordinating ruins. They're talking about my play to discard cards in order to maintain. Oh, that makes sense. They're talking about how I'm sacrificing cards to get an early army. In a way, they're correct. I want to. What my goal was to. I was trying to set up some of these guys here to make sure that when I claim my relic, I would not lose. I would not lose my retinue. Unfortunately, I got very unlucky, and I rolled a 3, which not ideal, but you make the best with what you can. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to encamp again, mostly just to boost my card draw while I allow my warriors to just do their stuff. Even if I don't intend to do much with them, I still rather encamp to make sure that I can actively get more card draw to build up the retinue. Then I can start snowballing. Because an issue early on with Bachelors is that if you don't take care of your retinue, you're not going to score. At least not effectively. And if you want to close out games, you need a lot of actions. If you want to learn more about factions and strategies in depth, Nebuchadnezzar has a very great starting guide for like every faction except for Rats. He's working on the guide right now. And honestly, they're super detailed. I learned a lot from those guides, and they've really helped me become a better player. I'm not an amazing player, mind you. Oh god, you should have seen my win rate last season. It was not good. But point being, improving is definitely like a good part of the game, and being able to be forced out of your comfort zone and still adapt regardless of what goes on, like that takes a lot of effort. And it's rewarding. It really is. All right. I've definitely succeeded in doing what I wanted to do this turn. I don't know if any of my opponents are listening in on the chat, and honestly, that's not a big deal on my end. But by something I did get out of the something I did get out of this is that since they recognize my retinue is not doing so hot, what I can do is that this will allow me to divert attention away from me and onto the birds, which will help them stop snowballing because yeah, birds can be very hard to stop once they get going, especially since most competitive players know at this point that suited recruit is a trap, and you can't like most players cannot how do I put it? Most players will not risk a recruit turmoil and would instead risk battle or move, since move is easily the safest action you can take for any suited card in your decree, because due to the passive that the birds have, the Lords of the Forest, this is what allows them to just constantly shovel cards into their move decree without needing to worry too much. Because if you have, like, say, 17 rabbit cards as Eerie in your decree, you just move back and forth until all the actions are taken, and then you do the rest. Like, there's no, like, real risk to putting stuff in the move column. So, them recognizing birds as the threat and leaving me be is a very nice thing for me. Let's see. Okay, hundreds are going for those ruins. Kind of not my business right now. Alright, so I'm going to replace a warrior with a way station right now. I really just need to be able to get stuff going. I am going to use the black market to trade this card in to find something better. Hopefully. And I do. That's exactly what I want to see. Alright, so could spend this card to recruit, which I will. And I'm going to choose to do not much else this turn. What I will do is move 2 down here for rule, so I force them to fight me later on, but this also helps me maintain stuff for this if I do want to get some relics back here. So I can't do much this turn. Not really going to do much here. So I'm going to pass my turn. Going to put this here. And I am also going to put another one to move recover. And now, this is where I get my good stuff. Now I've got actual cards. And, okay, this is a pretty interesting position to be in because there's a lot of easy points for me here. Kind of. So you see, due to the legendary forge being here, this landmark. So during setup, they put 4 items onto the legendary forge, and in order to craft a card that requires any of these items, I need to have a faction piece here. So if I want to score the 8 points that are here, I need to have way stations. I need to have 2 way stations in a rabbit clearing, and then I have to have a badger over here. So then I can actually like craft them. Like that'll be massive if I can get that off, but right now that's just not reliable. And okay, while most of the time I would want to shovel any bird card into my degree because my retinue because my favorite color is blue, it lets me take a lot more free moves. There are some cards you definitely want to craft as badgers, and this is one of them. If you can craft this as badgers, you can escape dog jail. Like this is genuinely very important if you can craft this. Vagabond did not get the hammer, so Vagabond will not be crafting that much or repairing items. That is very helpful. Yeah, they have not been getting lucky with their ruins. Hammer is one of the most important items to get as Vagabond. Again, very good for me, but very bad, very, very, very bad for the Vagabond. They do get the hireling now, though. Okay, so I'm noticing a couple things already. Yeah, this has to be done. I don't have a choice about this one. I have to get this here. Sword. Okay, rats have crafted sword. They have a prowess item. That's dangerous. They lose out on Wrathful, which is very good for me, genuinely. But this is dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. Another reason why I do not want to craft certain items right now is because I do not want the rats getting access to them. If I can shove this in my retinue, that means it basically becomes unavailable to every other player until I lose it. So, if at the cost 2 victory points, if I lock this in my decree, then the rats lose out on a very, frankly, very good prowess item for them. Because despite what I said earlier about trying Grandiose as the lead, Grandiose, in my opinion, is the weakest mood available. The others just provide so much immediate or like immediate good value or potentially like insane insane potential. It's definitely the safest one to craft. If I get T, I craft it turn 1 if I can. As rats. Yeah. They are now arguing about the Vagabond, because if the Vagabond is allowed to get that ruin, they get the hammer. Since Rat got their first prowess item already, that's not that big of a deal for us, because they're going to have 2 actions, we just cannot let them get more. Alright, they're trying to battle the Eerie out of there, get their rule. Totally understandable. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a challenging game for me, I've just noticed. I've got one tier 3 relic, which is massive, genuinely. But I do need to be very careful because I'm noticing that the ruins are not spread out in a way I would like. I have an idea on how I want to handle the next turn, though. Oh, they are going after them immediately. Oh, okay. Alright, they're doing a lot of the fighting right now, so this might be my opportunity to start snatching some relics in any way I can. Okay. Okay, dominance is available. Keep that in mind. Alright, so no encampments are possible, that's fine. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I think I'll keep what I have in my hand right now. I'm crafting Corvid planners because this allows me to ignore rule, which is very important for traversing the map. I'm going to want this later. I'm not going to use Route T because, again, I want to shove that in the retinue because I do not want to risk... I don't want to risk everyone having it. So, okay, here's another thing I'm doing. So in order to make sure that I don't lose any recover or move or recover actions, I need to make sure that when I recover a relic, I rule the same amount or more of, that's why I did it, more than the relic is worth. So what I want to do, I could actually take it here, but the problem is that if I do that, I'm only ruling 2 clearings. I would lose one of my actions. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take one of these guys, move him into this clearing, and since I own 3, I rule 3 mouse clearings, I can now take this relic. I get the points, and I don't lose my retinue for it. It's genuinely incredibly useful to be doing this, basically whenever you can. That's even better. Wow. Okay. Actually, if I'm doing this, then... Bam. That turned out to be a very profitable turn for me. They are taking note of my retinue, though. So I do need to keep that in mind when I'm deciding to progress. Although I did knock out 2 value 3 relics, which is genuinely massive for me. I assume that the birds are going to start going after me, unless they decide to recoup and kick the rats out of the way. Alright, birds are doing that. They're battling the rats, makes sense. And they're going to build. They're playing more passively. So they're accepting that loss right there. Looks like Scoundrel is getting the last thing, so now he's going to get his hammer. He got all 4 ruin items, which is a travesty for the rats, but Scoundrel is now able to kingmake in a very dangerous way. So, since Scoundrel now has no use for his torch aside from questing, I need to be very, very careful on how I pursue this game. Because if I leave any relics unattended, they are free points for him. Explorer, Hammer, there's your last point. Alright, that is scary. Now has 2 hammers. We really should not let that happen. That's on me. Right, I assume you're going to start fighting me. Unless you want to craft tea. Yep, okay. Vagabond is becoming a serious issue now. Alright, yeah, this Vagabond is kind of scary. We got to do something about this. I'm gonna have to start playing my part here. I gotta start bullying the Vagabond. Luckily for me, I can still get something out of this. Okay, they get their roost. Fox. They can spread to here, I think, if I'm remembering. Yep, okay. What mood are they going? There's a couple options of them for here. Bitter. Okay, that makes sense. They want to take the useless mobs and turn them into something. That's dangerous. One of the few factions that actually really likes informants. How many ambushes are in the discard pile? 1. That's mine. Okay, Fox ambush. The main reason that rats are able to benefit a lot from informants is that their normal card draw is kind of bad to begin with. They only draw 1 card at the end of each turn, unless they're running Rowdy. However, since informants allows you to just choose 1 card instead of drawing your normal amount, rats don't really lose anything by using informants unless they're aiming for a craftable item. So if they take the Fox ambush, unless Scoundrel wants to Scorched Earth that Fox clearing, which I really hope they don't, then they can just get away with it. So now that the board is in active conflict with each other, I might actually be able to force... I can actually score my big relics now, I think. Alright, they're taking their mobs and they're going to fight with the birds. And, oh, rough fight. They don't really get much out of doing this now. Ugh, that's actually such a bad roll for them. Alright, some rough scoring for rats here, but let's see here. You're probably going to take informants to get the ambush that I put in there, and that's fine. I know not to attack them. What is the plan here? Okay, let me just think for a sec. So, got this. That's what I want. I think I'm fine with how many I have going here right now. I say I'm going to check what this last card is. Very nice. Okay. Okay, no crafted cards. I'm not too worried about informants because I don't get much out of this right now. So, do I want to recruit? Not really. I want to build my retinue. But I could also craft this, which I think is a good idea. Right, so, how do I want to approach this turn? I've ruled pretty well so far, so I don't think I need to worry too much right now. I'm going to battle, then delve in Actually, no. Hold on a second. I just realized a critical mistake I made. I am going to recruit in this clearing with those mouse partisans because I remembered about that ambush. So I'm going to make sure that they can't just ambush me for free. And I'm going to send 2 warriors down here. So I am now going to battle and delve here. They have the option to play an ambush. I don't know if they will or not. They do not. That's fine. That's an acceptable loss. Now, I'm going to take this relic. Again? Well, it's a very good thing I decided to, do that. Dude, you cannot make this up. Well, I'm not battling or delving anymore. I'm sending 1 guy up here. I'm going to recover that. That'll be my recover action. And I think that'll be good. Yeah, I think actually, just to be absolutely safe, I'm going to take both of these guys here, except that I have live off the land to take an extra hit, just in case I need to. Alright, now we start doing this. Keep this card in mind. Although I'm now noticing an error I made this turn. I should have actually attacked the Vagabond to ensure that I could damage their items. That's a bad call on my end. I should have attacked the Vagabond because even if they had an ambush, they would have only been able to take out 3 of my warriors, and I would have been able to still rule the clearing, which would have punished the Vagabond. But, yeah. So that was a bit of a misplay on my end. However, I am now in a position where most of the ruins are kind of clear now. Or most of the forests are kind of clear from relics now. So, I am now in the process of needing to make that big leap across the map. There's a couple ways I can tackle this. I can either go through the top, which is pretty empty right now. I rule most of those clearings. But I also run the risk of running straight into the birds and pinching myself between both rat and bird. Additionally, I also want to ensure that I can score my relic while I'm here. And I know I can. There is no issue with me doing that. I know I can score it. But the other problem I'm running into is I also want to be able to maintain rule in fox clearings, since rabbit clearings are kind of out of my favor now. I can't really do much about them. But I'm kind of at a standstill here. I am lucky in that I've scored both of the 3 cost acorn relics here, because it will allow me to ensure that whenever I'm delving for those, I only need to rule 2 of a specific clearing type to ensure I can keep the score. Oh, wow. Oh, Bird is turmoiling this turn. That's not great for them. Oh, boy. Guess I'm threat number 1 again. Scoundrel's already talking about going after my relic and burning it, and if they do, that's actually not at all what I want to see. That is actually really dangerous for me. But I am still able to make my move across the map. That's the big thing. Additionally, if I can, I want to get both of these rabbit clearings for a specific reason that I would like to remain unmentioned. But additionally, I've got some extra craftables here, and I can patch up the retinue where I need to. All right, so yeah, they are unfortunately, yeah, they're plotting against me now. So I'm in a position to where can't really do much. I just have to accept that I have to. I just have to accept that, and I got to start playing around the entire board. Not an ideal position to be in as Badgers, but they can't dog jail me yet. Actually, couldn't they undo that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, they're infighting now, which is what I want to see. Rough bird turn, though. They're probably going to go either Commander or Despot. Despot is good because, yep. If there's any stray mobs around, Despot gets 2 points for it. And additionally, if my relics are laying around, Despot gets insane profit from taking one of those. Vagabond is likely to go after me this turn because that's a lot of points for them. Yeah. When an enemy removes a relic, they put it face up in any forest and score an extra point. So if Vagabond decides that they want to destroy this and this one, then, you know, that's just how it is. They are able to, because they can just run through this entire thing and then burn it. I would be very sad if they did that. It would make me very sad. And it seems like, oh boy. Alright, Vagabond's getting all the items. Rats is going to be handicapped. It's going to be a race between me and Vagabond. Okay, what are they doing? They could crossbow? Oh no, they're going to aid. That makes sense. Score some extra points while they can. Build the relationship up. Because eventually people are going to start fighting you, and then... This could be a Vagabond win if we're not careful. I might honestly take out some of these cards and put them into my retinue just so others can't use them later. Actually, depending on what I can do, if I take one of these two out and I can somehow get something over here, that is very high potential for me. Okay, Vagabond is helping out Yuri by giving them a bird card, supposedly, just so they can patch things up and get back in the game. Hundreds are rolling for that. I don't know why they would do that, but, because that's dangerous. Yeah, they're not going to give me any hirelings this game. Understandably so, but there is really only one hireling I'm scared of right now. This one is nasty, but I can play around this. This one is annoying, and I will likely never get access to this. And this one can be a little annoying. I don't know if anyone's listening in, so I don't want to say exactly which one's the threat. Truthfully, I don't want Vagabond having access to any of those hirelings, so... Okay, what items are left? Oh, that is a atrocious set of items for... Oh my goodness, rats have no moves this entire game. Vagabond took everything. Well, the best that rats can hope for is being able to craft boots if they get them. Propaganda Bureau. That's concerning. I don't know how they intend to use this, but that is very, very potentially dangerous. It's probably going to be one of my guys. Unless they want to break the rule here. Oh, I did not realize they would work on hirelings. That's very important. Something good to know. Yeah. They don't have to waste a combat action here. This makes sense. Alright. Yuri still ruled that. Oh boy, this is really bad for rats. They are in a terrible position. I'm going to try to avoid them most of the game, since they need to recoup, and they're probably not going to go after me since they're the lowest in score right now. This is a rough spot. Dang. Vagabonds, like, did a bunch of crafting and they're likely to run out of steam. I need to score the relic this turn because otherwise I run the threat of letting the scoundrel just walk into my clearing and take it. Yeah, rats are going to be handicapped this game. I'm not going to focus them too hard. If anything, I can take advantage of them trying to punish birds for what happened, or going after the vagabond for taking all the shit. So, I can manipulate this into my favor. Let's trade this for this. This is fine. We accept it. Not ideal, but we have to do it. Not much of a choice here. I need to get my relics. If it's a one-cost relic, this is even better. That's literally everything I could have asked for. We're not going to battle or delve any further. I'm instead going to recover this by going this way. I'm going to... cover... Oh, yeah. Move up here. And I'm going to accept the retinue loss here, and I'm going to recover this relic. And I'm going to recover this relic also. My burst scoring is kind of nasty, but I'm kind of stuck here now. Kind of hoping my opponents realize that, and they won't punish me that hard. No, I'm not drawing dominance. It's time to get out of this area, I think. So, update from the Vagabond player. They had an insane Vagabond hand. They started with the hammer, they had a tea, and a bag in their hand. So the moment they got hammer, they just had everything a Vagabond could want. Honestly, very lucky, and they played well by convincing the rats to leave them be. Very good play. Cannot be upset. Ah. Alright, pretty passive Despot turn. That's to be expected. Now the big thing is, I'm wondering what the Vagabond wants to do, because I claimed my relics, and, well, they know I'm going to have to start decamping and moving soon. I know which clearing I want to take, but I'm unsure if they're going to realize which ones I want. Okay, Vagabond is just getting everything now, so I think I'm just going to craft some stuff. Yeah, you know what? At this point, I'm just going to score the extra points. No one's going to miss this. Rat can't get their extra prowess unless they steal from both of us. And I'd rather not let Vagabond get a second T. I think that's what I need to do. Vagabond is mega stacked right now, and it is literally going to be me against them, I think. Especially since they can king make, I need to be very careful on how I handle my turns. Yeah, okay. Something that I need to know is that I've been playing too passively, and I'm at the point in the game now where I need to start getting every relic that I can. Not this turn, but next turn, I need to have everything ready to go. I need to... Ideally, I want to craft coffin makers, so I can... Okay, they've made enemies with the birds. They're stuck in their clearing now. They have to make one move. Or they have to use 2 boots to commit to a move, and I need that to go in my favor. What they're likely going to do is use their second crossbow. Oh, no, they don't have it. Oh, okay. That's what they're doing. They're setting up the band there, so I can't commit my move actions. I'm going to have to go the other way. And in a way, I don't like this, but in a way, I do. So, my course of action as a Badger player is when I look at my relic column here, I'm noticing a critical issue. I've got a lot of relics. I've been scoring pretty good, but I'm not completing my sets. That's a lot of points I'm missing out on. So, my game plan for the next few turns is abuse this clearing. If I can do that and sneak a couple... If I can get enough moves in my decree, or my retinue, I'm sorry. If I can do that, sneak a couple relics by, then I might be able to win this game. It's going to be close, though. It's how we decide to address Vagabond, since Vagabond has T. Okay, they crafted boots. They get a point, and that's fine with me. I'd rather them craft boots than Vagabond. And, okay, since Vagabond didn't craft T, I'm going to deny it from them. It's not that. I'm not going to give them the extra points to craft it. And, although, that's the thing. If I craft T now, then Vagabond can get it by aiding me. That gives me a card, but that also allows them to just kill my warriors without any issue. It's you kind of get put at an impasse for this stuff. And I've also not really done myself any favor. That makes sense, I suppose. What is my course of action here? Did I slot boat builders into my retinue without thinking? I think I did. Where is it? Retainer, dominance, saboteurs, crossbow, saboteurs. No, where's boat builders? Was it discarded a while ago? No, it's still in the deck somewhere. That or someone has it in their hand. Yeah, I think my unfortunate oh my goodness. I think my unfortunate decision to not attack the Vagabond at the start of the game really crippled my ability to contribute to the policing. Because now that they're at 18 points, if I start Infamy now, then they are going to just steamroll my guys and take my stuff. So I need to be very careful on how I approach this. Oh, rats are really making this hard. Alright, how do I want to address this? Rats are getting a lot of scoring. I cannot fault them for wanting to catch up. That's just how they play their faction. That being said, I want rats to start policing that Vagabond. Hey, what ambush did they take? It was probably a rabbit ambush. Let me just double check, because this is useless for me now. Which one did they take? Okay, Fox Ambush. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay. Dude, whatever. This is fine. Actually, no. This is a terrible idea. I need to retreat a couple warriors. No, I need to replay this turn. So what we're gonna do is... No. So if I do that, then... Alright. Let's see here. How do I want to commit to this? That still leaves me an option, so... This is fine. I am going to discard this one. Yeah. Uprising, that destroys that. Those warriors. Okay, I now have control of that again. Alright, birds are crafting boots. Not letting me get any others. Yeah, so I'm just kind of hoping that I can allow the Vagabond to... How do I put it? Very nice, very nice. That's 2 hits the Vagabond has to take. Ideally, they damage something they don't... Okay, so hammer, that's fine. 1 boot, that's also fine. Because they're forced to just... Actually, no, they can repair the hammer, and repair the boot. Oh, I hate Vagabond. And that's another item. Alright, this is a very rough position to be in. I had to leave my bases because if I decamp them, then, like, that's a less card draw for me, and I need the versatility I have. They're probably going to come over and, like, completely destroy everything here. But that's a sacrifice I have to make. I don't have a choice here. I have this up so I can still craft or take from the black market if it allows me to do so. Vagabond has to go over there to take the stuff. Keepers, that's me. Alright. Actually. Now we just hope that I can roll Fox and start scoring stuff. Yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, Vagabond had a perfect hand for starting, honestly. I think if they didn't have a perfect starting hand, this would have turned out a little differently. But there's only so much you can do. I definitely misplayed earlier by not going after the Vagabond, and as soon as I crafted Corvid Warriors, I should have started moving towards the center to try to punish rats and get more control. I definitely misplayed here. I played too passively. I didn't want to make myself appear like a threat, but I suppose I should have been a bigger threat to begin with. Then again, if I didn't do so, then the Vagabond would have just ran away with stuff for free even more. Them getting sword at the start was also really, really, really bad because they were no longer defenseless and we couldn't just send them to the forest whenever we pleased. If the rats got access to the sword faster, that would have been massive for us because the Vagabond would have been forced to craft in order to get their remaining swords. Definitely a bit of an oopsie here. And I mean, yeah, I'm losing every warrior in this clearing. There's no ifs or buts about it. I don't have a choice here. If I lose every warrior in this clearing, I just accept it. Not much I can do about it. Vagabond can just do it. However, if the Vagabond does decide to do it, they have to commit. They can only move into one of my clearings to fight me. And they will likely take the one on the top right, but that is something I can accept as long as the rat decides to leave me be, but they probably won't. Honestly, I'm definitely going to hit last place in this game. Man, I did not play this game well. Scoundrel is such a pain in the ass to deal with. I'm personally looking forward to when knaves get added. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm, like, although I do like Vagabond every now and then, I am personally sick of them because of just how much danger they pose by existing, and the fact that we don't get anything for actually taking them out. Yeah, Vagabond player is thinking right now. They're trying to they're deciding how they want to approach this turn. I mean, in my opinion, the play to completely just get me out of the running is to go into this clearing, bomb it, then go up here, score some points, and then they're out of harm's reach, and no one can really do anything about it because stupid street band warrior is here, and they're forced to fight in this clearing. And if no one's in a fox clearing next turn, which is very likely, no, actually, no. Keeper's here, so they don't turmoil, but it's a very bad position in the end for everyone else. The Vagabond can just run away with this game. Yeah, so, oh well, it happens. Not every game's going to be a winner, and, you know, the important thing is to reflect on the game, figure out what went wrong, what you could have done better. You know, sometimes there is just an unfortunate amount of RNG because, well, yeah, the unfortunate thing is that, you know, sometimes RNG just doesn't swing in your favor. They had a perfect Vagabond starting hand. Again, T, Bag, and Hammer. That, like, you literally could not get a better hand than that. Additionally, I misplayed early on by having the opportunity to hit them, but I didn't want to give them infamy. That was my mistake. I should have just gone straight for it. Additionally, rats have made it very difficult for me to actively rule clearings because I have to contest with this nightmare. And since the Street Band Warrior's up here, I cannot advance up here to claim my relics. This was the hireling I was worried about. Because they locked me in. I can't do anything about this. So I have to waste a turn to kill it. And considering that they can just place one anywhere, yeah. This hireling sucks. I hate this one. Yeah. And yeah, like, you know, despite me complaining about Vagabond, they made the right play considering the circumstances they had. I mean, if you are handed the best hand and first seat as Vagabond, you take it every time. There is no reason not to. This good of a setup, this many items on Scoundrel, genuinely amazing. Okay, this could go multiple ways. They decided... Okay, what are they getting? They got their last boot. That's concerning. Okay, so Vagabond's going down this route. Yep. Repair. Do they have the last boot? Are they going to score? Nope. Okay. They're repairing their stuff. They're likely going to crossbow the one warrior, attack the second, and then do the same down there to get more infamy. Oh! Ambush. Okay, that's damaged items. That's nice. Force them to make a choice. Okay, they're going for the attack. They roll a 2. Oh, dude, Vagabond in these rolls! Alright, so they're likely going to damage the torch or another boot. That makes sense. But this could be good for me. This could be very good for me. I do think the rats are going to make the executive decision to come murder me, though. There's not much I can do about that here. Vagabond needs to roll like a 1. Dude, these rolls! Well, again, that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes you are just you're blessed with stuff and you can't do too much about it. I'm trying to think about what my options are here for my own scoring. They're not looking good, though. What I'm likely to do is, if I can get away with it, I'm going to craft tea this turn. There's no reason for me not to at this point. And if the rats allow me to do... If the rats allow me to do so, I was going to say I'm going to build 2 here, recruit, ensure rule, get the tombstones, because I know I can. Or, another thing I was going to do, if they evacuate a lot of their warriors, what I was going to do is try to rule down here, get the 3rd one, and see what I can do. I'm just in a very bad position right now. I don't think I can recover this. Considering rats are allied, they can afford to go against the Vagabond and start dishing out damage. It does not work in their favor, unfortunately, considering, you know. That makes sense. I don't blame them for that. Okay. This might not be over yet. If I am allowed... Okay. Okay. I need to figure out how I'm going to address this. Because... Okay, Vagabond is breaking... Okay, they're going to try to break everything. They're going to be forced into the forest, and I have to make my play. There is no ifs or buts. So, how do I win this? Okay. I've got a couple options here. I cannot craft What I can do, however, is what I intend to do is I'm going to set up 2 encampments here. I do not have a choice here. I am going to waltz my way over to here. I'm going to plant a warrior here, leave enough here for rule. These rolls. Vagabond's getting hard saved by these rolls, but you know what? They're going there anyways. All I hope is that they go here. Alright, so, okay. They're moving now. I really hope they don't move into this clearing because I need to rule this. Alright. I get, at minimum... No! Don't put that there! Alright, torch is the last thing there. They're gonna do something with it. I don't know what, but if they catch on to what I'm doing, they're gonna know what I'm trying. And I'm going to drop this. I have to drop this here. No, I can't do that. Fuck. All right, okay. What are my plays here? When is my crafting phase? Okay. No, I need to send 2 over. Okay. Dude. Okay, that's a 3. 1. Damn it! What are my options here? That does nothing. I'm gonna battle this guy. Three points. Five points. All right. Vagabond will be... Alright, that's fine. Okay, Vagabond is forced to retreat. They cannot make a move, to say the least. So Vagabond is forced to retreat. This puts me in an interesting position. If I can set up my encampment, I can craft coins. It's 4 points, and I just need to get 1 relic out. If I can do that, I can secure this game. Okay, this Vagabond player knows what they're doing. They're a very good player. So they've automatically caught on to me having coins. I'm gonna see what I can manage here because they have to battle in there. They battled. That makes sense. All right. I'm fine with this. What can I do this turn? Okay, I've figured out my course of action. If they kill the guy there, what I'm going to do... Oh, no, I messed up! Okay, what can I do here? Okay, I figured out what I'm going... What am I going to do here? If I encamp here, then I can battle here. Then, if they'll let me get coins, I will. So, what are my options here? So, I've got 2 relics there. Alright, I honestly don't know if I win. It just comes down to luck. But, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. It just comes down to luck, and if the rats feel like sparing me. Alright, again, I've made my case. It just comes down to whether they want to spare me or not. Yeah, rats get to choose, and you know what? Either way, win or lose, depending on... Alright, they're gonna be scoring their stuff. Okay, let's see what kind of approach I can take here to try to win this. Damn it, I messed up bad. What I needed to do was change up my decree. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered anyhow. Oh shit. Oh shit? Oh no. Is this what they're gonna do? Oh boy. Alright, yep, they're gonna take that guy out. There's not much I can do about that. Rest in peace, Badger. You did your best. Oh? Oh? What's going on here? Oh my goodness! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Alright. Oh my goodness. That's 20 rats! Oh my goodness! That's 20 rats on a single tile! Are they gonna fight? Are they gonna fight the uprising guy? Are they gonna do it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I got this. Oh my god, my goats, the rats. I love them. I love them so much. It'd be kind of funny if I did this. Alright. I kind of choked here, but it comes down to this. Ugh. Stupid rats. Alright, so I actually... Again, this literally just comes down to luck. Which one do I throw? Which one do I draw? Okay, we're crafting coins. I have no choice here. Okay, I'm thinking here. So... No! Oh my god. It's over. Let's find out what this one was. It was 2. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I won't lie. I definitely got helped out by rats there. I did kind of table talk my way there. Oh my goodness. In the end, the rats got to choose, you know, who won. I definitely think Vagabond had this. In my opinion, I do think they misplayed a bit by not deleting my warriors there. If they did, I probably would have been kind of shit out of luck. But in the end, close game. Very, very, very close game. Oh my goodness, my heart's racing. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to report the results of this game, and yeah, that'll be the one game I streamed today. Thank you so much for tuning in if anyone actually stuck around for the whole thing. The VOD will be available. If anyone's, if anyone's watching this, it'll be available for review, and I will, yeah, I'll end things here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll hopefully stream another game tomorrow if I'm not going out to play live games. Bye-bye.